Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Elite Dangerous Beginner's Guide from a Beginner. Well, we're drawing up really close to the end before we jump into our intermediate guide. But now we've gone through multiple episodes here, and we've gone through many things as far as mining, trade, combat, outfitting ships, and a lot of and some exploration too. Now, you've done all this stuff in the beginner zone, and heck, you may have already left the beginner zone to do some of this stuff also. But there's so much to Elite Dangerous. It's such a big game, and guess what? There's a lot more. And today, we're going to explore some of that stuff. These are here of 15-ish different things and sites, third-party programs and or sites that would be great for you to actually use. So here we go. Alright. First, we have, of course, the Elite Dangerous Frontier Forums. You can find all kinds of information and all kinds of links to many other different things. Whether you play on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, or the PC, or anything. Information on Power Play, PvP, PvE, Thargoid's Garden, you can find it here. And all the links will be down in the description so that you can get to these. Alright. There we have that. Now, on top of that, we have plenty of other stuff that we're going to go through here. Alright, so Elite Dangerous is one of the bigger things, and it has all kinds of things you can actually do. So, let's go on to the next one. Now, there's all kinds of things, again, to do in Elite Dangerous, and one of them is mining. Well, here are two tools that are very good for mining. One is called the Miner's Tool. Alright, and the Miner's Tool has a bunch of different links on it itself. Now, again, link will be in the description. Now you can look for pristine rings, you can look for rares. Alright, we can open this in. This is all different types of pristine rings, metallic rings, distance, and their calculators. You can open this one, which is all kinds of different rare trading distances. Alright, this is a bunch of res sites and or capanons, nav beacons. Alright, this here is a distance calculator. Alright, you can enter like soul check. It tells you the name. Enter another system, your height, and check. And it tells you what's the difference between two locations are. Alright, then you got your Miner's Tool, which is this one here. And then you can do a lot of different here. You can find good painite sites. This will tell you your closest site and where to actually sell it. And this gets its information from EDDB. So this tells you, based on your current location, which we're using Zol here, where the closest good hotspot is that has double hotspots, and where the closest location to that is the closest place to sell for the maximum amount. And there's many other things down here that could show you where to sell your painite also. You got low temperature diamonds. You got void opals. Now void opals won't tell you where to mine them, but it can tell you where is a good place to sell them. Alright, bentonite, which is another high value item. Sebbenodite and musgravite. Alright. Then here we also have this spear, which gives you your distance to see the list of populated systems within a distance, so it tells you what's populated near you. All right. Here you have the list. This is a reference, and there's a lot of stuff you can do with this. And then you got a road to riches, gives you a start system and tells you how to make some money flying around. Also on top of that, for mining, we has the prismatics by quadrants. Now this shows, this site here has all the prismatics for painite mining, and it's good. And there's a lot more comments and sections that you could actually find a lot more other stuff out. This is also another good spot for mining. Now you have your Elite Dangerous database. This is a very good site to come and find commodities, systems, and other stuff like that. Now, if you're flying around and you got a load of, well, say void opals, you just come here, scroll down, and this will give you a list of all the places that you can sell void opals, and starting at the maximum amount. Now, this won't tell you how far it is from where you're at, but it will tell you where you can sell it, the station that it's at what type of landing pad, the system, station, and type of landing pad, and how long ago it was reported by someone. And these are used from an API that people use, and we'll get to that sends the information to the database. All right, another one is Anara. Anara is huge. It's probably one of the most graphical and more interesting, and you can save all your commander information on here. And see, as you can see here, here's my information, all my ships. I took some pictures of some of my ships and put them on here. Tells you the details of all my ships and what they're like and what they're tasked for. As you can see here, this is my combat miner. My Anaconda here, which I have a picture of also, is not really set. And it gives you more information, like who you're dealing with as power play, and a bunch of, and all your other freaking ranks and stuff like that. All right, and let's see what else we have here. We already looked at that. Road to Riches. This is another site that has a bunch of different planners in it. This can actually tell you how to go exploring and make loads of money. You got a neutron plotter here also. This plots you through your neutron highways. It will help you jump long distances quickly. You can do a trade planner here also. And then also you can do a passenger or tourist planner too. Now, we already looked at this, the res site. So we'll get rid of that. We'll get that. That's our EDD, and that's our neutron planner and Anara. Now, here are engineers. This is an engineer flowchart, which is on Imgur. The link also will be in the description, and it shows you what engineer goes to who. Now, I'm not sure if this has been updated with actually the newest engineer, but this is still a good site to check out. Here we have more on the engineers. This is a Elite Dangerous board. This is an engineer, and you got a lot of other stuff over here, but we have the engineers. And this shows you all the engineers, what that they actually do, and how you get them. Now this one has not been updated either, because this does not also have Professor Palin's understudy here, which you also get from Marco Quint, which has the basic same requirements as Professor Palin. So this site has not itself been updated either, because Eitri Doran does do life support to grade 5. And you can check a lot of this stuff via, you can think of this as more of a flowchart, who leads to who, and what do they do. But there's a lot better. You can use Inara for a little bit better. All right, Coriolis. If you want to build a ship without being in game, this is the place to do it. It has every ship listed in the game, and all you do is click on it, and this will show you what is all possible in the ship. It'll show you the size of all your core internals, what the size of your optional internals and how many optional internals you have, all your hard points, and have a number of utility mounts. And this will give you even down to the cost of how much it's going to cost you to buy the ship and make all modifications. And you can also in here do engineering and set up your engineering and figure out how much it's going to cost you to engineer it. Also, there's a lot you could do here on the Coriolis. Here is ED Shipyard. I'm not messing around with ED Shipyard a lot. It is also very similar to Coriolis, as we can see here. It shows you also all the same things. Coriolis in your basic setups and your ships here as setups. Now we have another thing, which here is Elite Dangerous Utilities. Not used this much either. It's a good, decent little things. You can find a bunch of different stuff on this site, like brain trees, crystal, where they're at, bounty hunting engineers, and stuff like that. Interesting systems to do different things in, special star locations, and rare commodities for trading and stuff like that. Right, we already did that. All right, there is a wiki, and it's ran on fandom.com, and here you can find all kinds of things reference to Elite Dangerous. The two biggest one is going to be your Empire ranks and your Federal ranks. And I say this because as you're playing through, you want to get those big ships. And the Imperial Cutter and the Federal Corvette are actually two of the biggest. And you can only get those through having certain ranks. And a Federal, it requires rank 12 in either one of them to get the big ship. And as you can see here, in Empire it's called a Duke, and the Federal Federation it's called a Rear Admiral. And then as you go through here, you get all these other things. The Federation does cover Soul, so to get into Soul, you gotta get to a petty officer rank. And I will have more videos coming soon on how to do these and how to do these quickly. The old version that was released by basically since the April 2019 update, things have changed because Frontier Development has changed the way Thargoids go about doing stuff. So in turn, there's a change to that. So we have our Federation and we have our Empire ranks there. These are very good links. Plus there's a lot more on the Elite Dangerous wiki that you can go and find. All kinds of things: vehicles, weapons, technologies, squadrons, and stuff like that. And you can read, there's a lot of information on the wiki. Alright, Canon Research Group is another site full of information, and you can find all kinds of stuff here. You can find some cool needs, ship builds, different things, community spotlights. You can go through the science. There's xenotechnology. These are all cool little things, codex points and stuff that you can go out and find. As if you do Arcane Age history, you can do genealogy and surface organics, you know, xenotechnology. There's all kinds of stuff of information right here on Canon Research. It's a great place to visit. Now, there are multiple other things that you can download for in the game to use in the game, but I personally, there's different voice attacks, and Commander Exegius is a very informative person. I'll put a card right up here in this right corner, so you can go check him out after you finish this video. That card will stay there right to the end of the video, so you don't have to worry about clicking it right now. So stick around and watch as we get through this. So you can go over and check out his 15 items that he thinks are really good. Some of our items are going to be very on to par, and he goes over some other different things also. Now, the last two things we're going to talk about here is Elite Dangerous data interface and Elite Dangerous Discovery. Now, these two are apps that run on your system while playing the game in the background. Elite Dangerous Discovery can be a resource hog. It tends to make my hard drive lag sometimes. So you gotta, if you're gonna play the game, load this up and let it run a little bit before you start the game. But basically, there's a lot that goes on in this system. You can go through and it will log everything you do, and then you can have this actually upload all your stuff to Inara. You have to do some API keys and stuff like that, but there's a whole information panel right here on their Discovery Wiki, and the download is on here somewhere too. I just have to find it. You could download the latest version right here. And here's all the data. Update the versions. This tells you all about it and how to download it, which is right here. You got an exe and a portable zip file. So that's all you have to do. The other one, Elite Dangerous Data Interface, this basically will talk back to you and tell you what's going on while you're flying around in Elite Dangerous. It can read Galnet articles, journals. It can tell you how many times you've been to a system, what the system is like. It is a really good program. This was showed to me one of my associates in game, and I've come to use it a lot. So there's a lot that can be done on this said thing, and there's a lot of things you can use on it. So really, it's a very interesting program. All this, all in all, is a good setup, and all things I do here suggest. So with that all, let's go ahead and go on back to Elite Dangerous. Alright, and with that, we're going to actually show you some quick few other pointers, and then we'll get going. And here we go. This is the layout of EDDI, and you can see all the stuff that it does. There's a lot of different things. Monitor ship, missions, materials, Galnet, this is your Frontier API. Not sure why it's not logged right in right now, but you can see all this stuff right here that you can go through and look at. It's a very good program, and I highly do suggest it. I've come to actually rely on it quite a bit. So
this is how I will sound in your editor.
And it can be confusing trying to listen to the in-game speech and this at the same time, but you get the hang of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is another video from Great Taz. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not, you can go ahead and know what to do. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and take a moment to click that subscription button and click that notification bell, and then change it from occasional to always, and you'll get instant notifications of all my new uploads. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to get out of here. I'm going to jump in my adder and kick off into the deep black once again. I hope everyone's having a good one. This is Great Taz signing off.